Hi, friends. Welcome back to Meteo Mundo, your home for Caribbean weather. Rusty with you here. A very happy Thanksgiving to all of those who celebrate. Yes, I am here in Missouri in the cold, celebrating with my wife's family. And yes, I am outside right now because they are inside playing games. It's actually getting close to dark. I've got my winter jacket on, and for good reason. It's 33 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now as I record this video, or just above 0 degrees Celsius. It is chilly, but my pleasure to jump on and talk to you guys about what's been happening in your area. And we'll get into the forecast as well. As always, I love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section below where you're viewing from, what the weather has been like. If you do celebrate Thanksgiving, let me know how it's been going. If you've had all your fill to eat and maybe what has gotten into your system. I know I'm ready for some pie coming up here soon. What do you say we talk about what's been going on across the area? Now, we still have that broad trough bringing some excessive rainfall to portions of the central and the western Caribbean. It's been another wet day for portions of Jamaica and eastern Cuba and the Dominican Republic and Haiti, back into the southeast side of the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos. And again, just kind of a cloudy, wet day across this area. There's been pockets of very heavy rainfall in some spots. You can see there's even been a little bit of lightning. There's still a lot of instability and lift in the atmosphere here. For Jamaica today, look, again, we've had some areas of flooding recently, especially in the eastern side of the island. And it's just been an overall wet day again for places like Mandeville and Maypen, east towards Old Harbor, Portmore, Spanish Town, Kingston, Linstead, especially, again, those areas in east towards the Port Antonio area. Some of that heavier rain has also drifted into the southeastern sides of Cuba. It's been another cloudy, somewhat wet day, especially on the Haiti side of Hispaniola, and some clouds and passing showers for portions of the Dominican Republic back towards the Haiti Peninsula there towards the Kai. They've had some heavy rain. It's also been an active day for the southeast Bahamas into the Turks and Caicos. Got some pictures today out of Grand Turk, and again, just pretty stormy weather there on this Thanksgiving Thursday as that moisture continues to stream to the north and to the east. This is the area, if you will, of the largest impacts with some heavy rain and some storms. Active weather through portions of the Lesser Antilles as well. Look, it's going to be more localized here, but we've had some downpours and a few storms, especially in the Windward Islands today. St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, portions of Trinidad, Tobago, and Barbados as well. Once again, some heavy rain here, locally high rainfall totals in some spots to go along with some lightning. As it looks like on the visible satellite imagery. Now you get north of Martinique into Dominica and Guadeloupe, and then into the Leeward Islands, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Montserrat, and Antigua and Barbuda, up towards Anguilla, and Saba, St. Eustatius, St. Martin, places like that. It's been much more isolated in nature for today. Still rough sea conditions out there, especially some of the exposed waters. And on this visible satellite imagery, you can see some of those clouds, just some of those areas with this new trough coming into the Lesser Antilles, just kind of staying in the same spot. And others, the winds are generally going to be out of the east, pushing that rain across the eastern Caribbean. Now, this is what it looks like when it comes to the potential for some heavier rain. And again, that big potential is going to be through portions of Central America here over the next several days. So we have to watch out for the coastal areas of Panama and Costa Rica and Nicaragua and Honduras on over towards Guatemala and Belize for some excessive rainfall. Again, we have this broad trough in the eastern side of the Caribbean. Now, I haven't mentioned anything about tropical development out of this at this point in time, and part of that is because not really expecting there to be a high chance. It doesn't mean it's a non-zero chance, because there is an opportunity still that I'll be monitoring. But both the GFS and the European model have backed off true tropical development. It's still a low-end chance early to mid next week, maybe a quick spin up just off of the Panama, Costa Rica coastlines. But the rainfall threat is going to be the big problem in these areas. And there's also going to be the opportunity for some heavier rain through Jamaica and the Cayman Islands and the eastern sides of Cuba, Turks and Caicos, southeast Bahamas, hey, the same areas I've just mentioned, Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Now, on the eastern side of our viewing area in the Lesser Antilles, this next trough is going to continue to bring some scattered, heavier downpours here. Again, it's not going to be as widespread as the areas that I just mentioned. So places like, Barbados won't have as much rain as the Kingston, Jamaica area will, but still the opportunity for some heavier rainfall there. Now, got to note that the St. Lucia Yacht Club has their Mango Bowl this Saturday and Sunday at Rodney Bay. That is a yacht racing event. I heard it's a fantastic event, and for all those taking part in that yacht race, I wish you guys the best and fair winds. Speaking of the winds, I've got them both Saturday and Sunday out of the east, somewhere around 15 to 20 miles an hour. That's around 27 to 33 kilometers an hour each afternoon. That sounds like pretty good winds to do some boating in. And again, offshore waters, we're going to have to deal with some swells. So good luck to our friends there in St. Lucia in that yacht event. Now, as far as the wind for the rest of the area goes, again, anywhere in purple that you're going to see, that's some fresh winds, and you can see those easterlies cranking in that wind through the Lesser Antilles. We're also going to have some strong winds with a cold front coming out of the Gulf of Mexico and into the Bahamas. So places like Freeport and Lucia and Nassau will get some fresh north winds with some drier air. But guess what? In the Southwest Caribbean, it's still about the moisture and the opportunity again for a broad spin. You can just see how much wind energy there's going to be with this as we get into next Tuesday and into next Wednesday as well. Just a big broad field of wind and a low opportunity to try and spin something up. But as I've mentioned, the bigger story is more than likely going to be excessive rainfall. You can see that along the coastlines of Central America, we've got 4, 6, 8, maybe 10 inches of rain in just the next 5 days. That's somewhere between 150 and 250 millimeters in some spots. And these are areas, especially Honduras and Nicaragua, that got hit really hard with Tropical Storm Sarah. They don't need any more rain, but they could get some excessive rainfall. I'll be monitoring that very closely. Places like Jamaica, Kingston, another 2.5 inches of rain over the next 5 days. That could lead to, again, to some localized flash flooding, some landslides, mudslides, ponding on roads, urban street flooding, all like that could accompany this trough and the rain that goes along with it. Scattered heavier rain for the Cayman Islands. You can see the Turks and Caicos well over an inch in some spots. I would expect the same for the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Could see some isolated heavier rain for Puerto Rico and the U.S. and British Virgin Islands. You can see 2 inches there on the eastern sides of Puerto Rico, though again, I think it's more localized. And that's the same situation for the Lesser Antilles as well. Again, there'll be pockets of heavier rain, especially from St. Lucia, Barbados, south towards Trinidad and Tobago. A little bit more isolated rain the farther north that you go. I just realized that it's getting really dark. It's extremely cloudy here, so we don't have much daylight left. I realize now that my background has just basically gone dark. I'm outside on the deck here, and I don't have gloves on, so it's getting cold. So what do you say we wrap this up? And as we do so, thank you so much for taking a quick second and liking this video. Thank you for subscribing to Meteo Mundo. You want these daily forecasts across the Caribbean and the Bahamas. And again, appreciate you guys finding ways to support the channel via our memberships, the super thanks, and the PayPal and the Venmo links in the description below. Of course, we're not just on YouTube. You can find us across all social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. You want to send me a picture or video, it's myMediaMundo@gmail.com. I'll be back home in a couple of days. Until then, I'll keep you updated. You guys have a great rest of your Thanksgiving Thursday. Have a great Friday. Again, I'll keep you updated. I promise you that. And I'll be back very soon with the latest in your area. Until then, you all take care. And I'll see you soon right here. It'll be warmer, I promise, at Meteo Mundo.